this film is that Hank Pym's former protege, Darren Cross, aka Yellowjacket, has almost perfected the Pym particles. Now Hank is very worried about what other real-world applications the Pym particles could be used for, including warfare, as he's never thought of using them for anything other than heroic purposes. So he has to go on a mission to find someone with a particular set of skills to break into somewhere and steal some stuff. And then chaos ensues. Now 90% of the time, the special effects worked every time. But seriously, the visual effects were really great, with Scott jumping from big to small to big again and again. It was insane. But sometimes they were shifting from in and out of focus too quickly when he was dropping down in size, and it was a bit messy on your eyes. I also loved the look of Hank Pym's lab in his house. It was completely from the 50s and he just didn't care. He just didn't want to move on with technology. Even though he had all updated technology in there, he preferred the look of 50s tech, and so do I. So good on you. The number one plot point in Ant-Man is definitely family, both Scott Lang's and Hank Pym's. Now this is a very standalone film from the rest of the MCU because of that reason as well. Even though there are loads of small and even larger connections to their larger universe, this could almost be a completely separate film in a different world. Now on a completely different topic, there was a ton of product placement in this film. There was Baskin Robbins, Yakult, Pepsi and Apple. Now you might be wondering why so much product placement. It's because they want to make money, and I have to say in this film most of the product placement does work. It adds to the story and it makes fun of it at the same time. It has been said before that each Marvel film has a unique theme, and this film isn't any different. Well, let's just run them down. The Incredible Hulk was a monster movie. Iron Man, a redemption story. The Thor films are definitely fantasy. Captain America, the First Avenger, is a war film. The Winter Soldier is a 70s political thriller. Guardians of the Galaxy is a space opera. And Ant-Man is a heist film. Now they do like to change it up a lot, so it's looking like Doctor Strange will also be a horror film. So we'll be looking forward to that, as I have said before. Once again, however, the film was partially let down by a relatively weak villain. Now, I'm not saying Corey Stoll's portrayed the character badly. I'm saying he wasn't written particularly well, and you can't do much with a badly written character. Guys, there was a mid-credit scene and an after-credit scene in the film, so please do stay for both, because about 80% of the theatre left after the first one, and it's not to be missed. For me, there were four main things that I will remember coming out of the film. One was definitely Michael Pena. He stole the film completely. Every time he was off screen, I wanted him back on screen. Now, even though this is Paul Rudd's movie, he was the showstopper here. Every time he made you laugh, he made the entire theatre erupt in laughter, when I was there at least. I don't know what your theatre experience is, but mine was pretty great. 2. The Falcon scene. Now this scene just shows how powerful Ant-Man really is. It shows that it's not just a cute little costume, this thing can do serious damage. And also it was great to see Falcon's new costume, not just the plain black costume in Captain America the Winter Soldier, which was amazing to see the redness come out. 3 was the Thomas the Tank Engine scene. Now you've seen that in the trailers, and it does live up to the hype. It was absolutely epic, and I know I will remember that scene for a very long time. 4 is the possibility of seeing Giant Man in the future. Yes, of course, it's Ant-Man. They weren't just gonna keep it like that. There is a possibility that Giant Man could be on the screens in the future. Now, Ant-Man in the larger cinematic universe seems a bit weird, but the connections in this film are very subtle and they work very well. There was Hydra, Civil War connections for sure, Doctor Strange connections as well, so if you watch the film, there's something they could do there which may explain Doctor Strange in the future. Spider-Man, of course, like I said, in my possible ways. Ant-Man could fit into the MCU video up there. It's up there right now. Go check that out. The Wasp as well, Giant Man, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, opposed to the popular opinion, I thought this film was going to be absolutely incredible. I thought it could have been the best Marvel film ever, and I don't mean Marvel Cinematic Universe, I mean Marvel, X-Men, Fantastic Four, well, it's not that hard, and the Spider-Man films from Sony. Unfortunately, it was a letdown for me. I know some people are like, it's better than they thought it was going to be, but for me it was a letdown. So I'm going to have to give Ant-Man a strong 7.5 out of 10. Enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel down here. If you didn't, I will go subatomic and get you. So just like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel down here anyway. I have been Narendra the Comic, aka the Asian Iron Man. You have been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.